Dreamers Welcome Podcast.
Dreamers Welcome Podcast. We are back in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I go by CEO PESO, blessed and highly favored. Back in the Dreamers Den, man. I have a special guest. I mean that every time I say it, but this guy is the voice of Dayton.
Whoa.
He has a distinctive voice that is on the airways. Introduce yourself, man.
What up, what up, what up? It's your man Kev Nash, Hot 1029 / You Can't Make This Up podcast.
He already sound like it's a radio drop.
You already know. This is what I do for a living.
Every trip, man.
This is how I pay the bills.
Yeah. Nah, that's a dope way, bro. I remember asking you one time. First off, thank you for coming on the platform.
No doubt.
I really appreciate it. I remember asking you one time. I'm like, bro, like, is this job like dope? You was like, hell yeah, like
hell yeah,
like,
hell yeah,
went to school
it's
for it, like if you catch him in the Hummer,
still pushing that shit.
Yeah. Now, how you feeling though?
I'm feeling good, man. I just wanted to touch on that, man. Like, people don't understand. Like, people go to college and pay a whole bunch of money to get a degree.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, they work a job that has absolutely nothing to do with their degree. Like, my brother, he recently left Enterprise Rent-A-Car after working there for like 22 years. Worked his way from the ground up.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't what he wanted to do, but it was the opportunity that was presented to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He made the best out of it and made so much out of it that he was able to retire before the age of 50. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's so many stories like that. I got another partner who was eventually became the manager of a Sprint. And you know how this goes, man. Back when Sprint was like in the middle of the mall, working the kiosks and everything like that. So I see all that.
Middle of the mall, Dave Mall Sprint.
Yeah, man. Cats doing that and like they miserable.
He might have sold me my Sprint phone. I think about it, but yeah.
Cats mad miserable working a job that they had no intentions ever in working. So whenever I feel a certain way about, you know what I'm saying, something that goes on at work, like, well, shit, this is what I signed up for. Not only something I signed up for, this is what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So I like try to embrace it and take it how I see it. And like, let's be real, man. I can wear whatever the fuck I want to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sweats, jeans. I can wear a suit one day. I can do whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? There's no dress code for radio.
Bro, and then I remember pulling up to the building the first time, and it was just like, it was, I don't want to put out too much, but it's just like, bro, it's just shit flowing in there already, like pre-recorded. It was like only us in there type shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You can be the only person in there one time, and
I be like that sometimes.
like, you know what I mean?
No, you know, radio has changed so much over the years that I've been involved. I mean, you know, there's a lot of voice tracking that goes on. There's a whole bunch of syndication. I mean, even the station I work for, you know, we have obviously the Breakfast Club syndicated. I'm live in the midday, Drake's live, but our night show, who used to be held down by Yvette Diva Williams, used to hold that spot down. Party Man used to hold that spot down. My man TJ Smooth used to hold that spot down. And now we have a syndicated program in that slot. So radio has changed so much that I'm still blessed to be in it and still grinding and still trying to make my way to the top.
Yeah, because I be hearing now, like, it tripped me out. Like, obviously, like you said, we got the Breakfast Club now. And I remember...
Y'all welcome, by the way. That was my move.
You plugged that in? Thank God.
Hell yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Shouts out to Ricky Smiley, but that wasn't doing it for me, man. And then, if I get canceled, so be it. This is my thoughts. Well, who else? Dub Banks, D.D. McGuire. I remember that was crazy on 1029.
Yeah. Russ Parr.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Russ Parr. Was it Russ Parr?
Yeah, it was Russ Parr. And then once our contract ended with Russ Parr,
okay.
we just basically was just nothing in the morning, and they was
lie,
throwing
bro.
around 1,000,001 ideas, and I was like, Breakfast Club.
Yeah, shouts out to the Tino dude, but you know, I hear that here and there. It's like, hey, look, but that's my thoughts.
Yeah, that's his thoughts.
Yeah, that's
his thoughts. I'm just here. Keep the check coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Nah, man. So, early beginnings, man. Your background. You know, how was your upbringing? Where was you raised at? Let's just go into that a little bit.
Oh, yeah, man. Born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. Much like a lot of folks out there, single parent. My mom raised me and my brother by herself. My brother's 6 years older than me, so I always think, like, man, the perspective of having a brother 6 years older than you, everybody got an older sibling. You know, maybe they're 1 year, maybe they're 2 years, but having a brother that's 6 years older than you, so he's seeing things and doing everything that I could never do. You know what I'm saying? Having somebody to look up to, You know, he got the J's. I got Reeboks.
Even when right, like, I was about to say, even when you look at me, you envious. Like, why I got Reeboks and you got J's?
Yeah,
like,
because the nigga had a job. Because I was 10 and he was 16.
Right. So I got a brother that's 4 years older than me, and I was wearing his 3X jerseys.
Yes.
Like, nigga, I'm rocking it. Like, nigga, fuck this shit.
Yes,
like,
I remember those days. Sneak into his closet, still in a polo
fitted
shirt.
hats, whatever I get my hands
throw
on.
Throw it in the book bag, sneak into school, change in the bathroom so a nigga can be cool and everything like that.
Yeah,
that was those days for sure, man. But grew up on the east side of Cleveland. And I lived around some real good people. You know what I'm saying? People that I am still close with to this very day. So close that we basically are family. And, you know, the thing about me is, like, I try to keep it, quote unquote, as real as humanly possible. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up with people that did the same for me, that would never allow me to do things that weren't in my character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was things that I saw that I tried to be down with, but they pulled my card very quickly. Like, you're not about that. You're not about that. You're a school kid. Go ahead, be a school kid. It's okay being that. And you know what I'm saying? So I've always been very secure in myself because I got checked at a very young age to say, hey man, this not you.
Well, you got comfortable with yourself at a young age at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that's the same with me. I mean, and the older siblings, man, that's deep. I always bring up recent conversations that remind me of stuff. But one of my homegirls was like, basically, like, my son is my only son, but it's just like, who is he going to have or whatever to get over if something tragic happens? And siblings really matter in that aspect because, you know, you either gotta make sure somebody cool or somebody gonna make sure you cool though.
Yeah.
So yeah, that but you know, I'm just a great ass dad, so whatever, I'm gonna make sure everything's straight. But yeah, man, yo, one thing I want to ask too, because Cleveland just got this, like, this, you know, aura of, like, you know, LeBron, Cavaliers, Indians. But man, did you ever see, like, just, was you the hood part of Cleveland? Like, is it really that bad?
Yes.
I mean, it was on First 48.
yes. So I always preface it of, like, how I grew up. I was blessed enough to go to school in the suburbs,
right?
Because my pops lived in Cleveland Heights, and especially like in the early 90s, like Cleveland Heights, like, it still had a population that was basically 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Even real quick, my mom, both my uncles, both my aunts, my brother, my stepsister, all went to the same high school.
You got a big family.
Yeah. We deep out here.
Yeah.
But we all went to the same high school, so it was that high school that was kind of like always like the goal to get to, you know what I'm saying? Because it was quote unquote the cool schools where all the chicks was and everything like that. And so growing up in my neighborhood, it wasn't the bottoms. Definitely wasn't the bottoms. It wasn't the PJs. So we was like kind of here, but the Birds was here. So it was like, all right, stepping stones.
Bro, I always say that about I grew up in Trotwood. Shouts out to the Rams. But that's when we grew up with it was actually a middle class.
Yes.
Because now it was just like, bro, either you got it or you don't.
Yeah.
Well, middle class was like, man, you can have a day at, you know, Cub Foods. What was the name of that plaza over there? We had Just for Feet.
Oh, yeah,
Cub Foods over
yeah.
there. Consumer Square. Yeah, like that was a whole goddamn day, and then, you know, go get a Blockbuster tape at the end of the, whatever though. But it was definitely like considered a middle class back in the G to me though, of how I seen things though. Man, so
yeah, it was definitely lower middle class where we was at. So my mom, she was in nursing school when I was like in elementary school.
Yeah.
So wasn't really no time for her to really be working no full-time job while she was in nursing school and everything like that. So she was working at convenience stores, you know what I'm saying? And that by that time we was like living in East Cleveland. Now that's
Bone Thugs?
Yeah. But like I said, having a brother 6 years older than me, I'm naive. I have no idea what's going on or how quote unquote bad things are.
So he going through the shit for you.
He's going through all the bullshit. He had to deal with all the bullshit from busted sneakers to rats and roaches and everything like that. I have no idea. It is what it is. I'm a kid. But then mom's graduates from nursing school, gets a good job, gets a better job, and just moving on up. So by the time, you know, he's in high school and has a job of his own, mom's just got some money coming in. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not going through
Like,
none of the bullshit that he had to do.
Out. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Raising him, like, all right, man, you the test kid. I get all the good shit.
Yeah, like we figured it out. Are we gonna pass it over to him?
Yes, sir.
Nah, man. So like before your profession now, what you do, what you're great at, was it any other dreams or aspirations you had in life? Like, was it sports, or was it like always like a personality, or?
No. For me, I always wanted to play football, basketball, you know, backyard hoop legend, street football legend. But, you know, when you in the situation I was in, I never played organized sports. You know what I'm saying? I never.
So you play curveball for sure.
Yeah, all that type of shit.
Yeah,
so like when.
Unless you Kev out here breaking high school records. When
I got the opportunity to quote unquote try out for like the middle school and everything like that, like I was clueless about how anything ran. And like, oh man, these dudes know what they're doing. Like I'm just out here freestyling it. And like, yeah, you're not ready for this. So I played a little bit of middle school football and everything like that. Back up to the backup. But then like when I really was like, oh man, I'm gonna make the basketball team of high school, because my high school was known, and it still is known, for basketball. We actually won state championships my senior year in high school. I was not a part of the team, but you know,
but still, just the accolade that they got from that. Yeah.
So I got cut twice from the high school basketball team. You know what I'm saying? As a freshman and a sophomore. So after that, it was a wrap. And then
hold on,
twice, snip. Snip.
Yo, that gotta be it's only two ways to go about that. Like, bro, like you got cut twice and fuck life, or whatever I'm about to do after this. Like, you know, I don't know.
Not hoops.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, shit, bro. So, goddamn, man. But I feel like that sounds like a defining moment of like, you know, I mean. Not to say you was trash or nothing, but
I was. It's all good. I was.
Hey, bro.
I can admit it. It is.
I didn't want to say it. We're like, you get cut twice back to back.
Back to back.
Hey,
absolutely, 100%, man.
Big bro ain't teach you that, like,
man. Like I could play, I just couldn't play as them niggas, man. And you know, man, like not to be like that guy.
You was too street ball.
Yeah. Just hey, man. When I get it, I'm shooting. They like, no, pass it around. Like, nah, nigga, fuck that, nigga. When you get the ball, you shoot.
Yeah, easy.
But not to be that guy, but like people know how like high school and organized sports work, man. You gotta like kind of like quote unquote be in the system. Like you gotta be with the middle school team and then the summer league. No,
even AAU. Like,
you just kind of like the coaches know you and you go through the whole process.
It's not favoritism. It's just like they just some of it is favoritism, but they building you up. To,
like you a new face. They've never seen you before, and unless you come out there hooping like Allen Iverson, you're gonna get cut.
Yeah.
And I give myself a little bit of credit. My sophomore year, I didn't get cut first. I made it to the second round of cuts, so that's improvement.
Still got cut.
Yeah, got cut. Definitely got cut.
First, that's cool, man. So okay, grew up in Cleveland, got cut. Man, so after high school, what was it? Because you made your way down to Dayton, but I don't think it was just that. It was that fast though. So what was it after high school and, you know, going into the college phase?
So for me, my brother went to Central State. So I've been coming down to this area for quite some time.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Going to homecoming.
Shouts out to Central.
Yeah, shouts out to the Marauders.
Wilberforce, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been coming down to this area for some time now, whatever. So when I was graduating from high school, I had a 3.5 GPA. I did very well on my ACT and SAT, and got accepted to every school that I applied to, from UC to Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, Ohio State, Akron, Cleveland State, yada yada yada. The list goes on and on. Got accepted to all those places, and like in my head, I was going to Ohio State. So
Ohio State University.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The OH.
Right. It's two Ohio States.
Yeah.
So the Buckeyes.
Yeah. I in my head I was going there. So I go down there. My brother takes me down there on a visit, give us the whole tour and everything like that. And it was at that moment like I realized like, wait a minute, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to be on a campus this size. I'm a mama's boy. I really only started getting out like my senior year, like really started coming out of my shell, so to speak.
Like getting outside and
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I talked about this on the pod with Killer and A Dizzle, man. I consider myself like a late bloomer. Like, you know what I'm saying? When a lot of my homies was out, you know what I'm saying, chasing girls, doing whatever. I really wasn't on that. Like, my mom was super strict about my curfew, so I heeded to that. You know what I'm saying? 9 o'clock meant 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Even at the age of 17.
Yeah,
like,
ain't about to try that. Like,
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until like my senior year of high school till I like started like, all right, man, I gotta go ahead and do this.
So going on campus and seeing stuff like that, like, was it intimidating?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. And I'll never forget these words. The tour guide said, yeah, you can have a class on east side of campus and have another class on west side of campus, which is 2.5 miles away.
Bro, man.
And my mouth dropped.
Bro, shouts out to my cousin Rodney, because he was the first person that went to Ohio State. And I think we went up there one time. I think my brother went. I can't remember. But yeah, Ohio State is like it's like a city.
Yeah.
It's that huge.
Yeah.
Like, even not even knowing like the football and basketball was that big or whatever, but it just was like, yeah, like you gonna commute on campus for sure.
You could live on that bitch and be a commuter for sure. So like I was super intimidated or whatever. And I'm like, I'll tell my brother on the ride back to the crib, like, man, I don't know, man. He's like, you don't know what? And I was like, man, I don't know if I can go there. He's like, you don't know if you want to go to Ohio State? I was like, I want to go to Ohio State, but I don't know if I can go there right now. I was like, man, I think I'm going to just go to Cleveland State.
But you ain't got to accept it, though.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And then you still had a second guessing of, like,
if I could do it.
Yeah, like, just because it was just more than what, you know, being outside was compared. Yeah, okay. So what, you chose to play it safe in a sense?
Basically, I was gonna go to Cleveland State, you know, and commute. You know what I'm saying? I had partners that was going there. I had a lot of partners going to Akron. So I was like, man, all right, man, I can still kind of like be comfortable in my element. And my brother told me, he's like, man, you're not gonna grow as a person if you play it safe. If you just stay here, you stay at mommy house, you know what I'm saying? You finally getting into some trouble that you probably should have got into when you was like 15, breaking curfew and everything like that. Now you don't have a curfew, so it's like you're not gonna grow. You're not gonna become who you want to be if you just stay under this umbrella. So like you need to really
Force
think
yourself.
about it. Yeah. So then I was like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm gonna go to UC. One of my partners went to UC. He was talking to me like, man, yeah, man, we can be roommates, yada yada yada. And then one day, Wright State was at my high school. So, you know how they come to the high schools, they walking around, they're even like the recruiters for the Army and Navy and everything like that. The guy's talking to me is a black dude. I'm like, I ain't never seen a brother come up here, you know what I'm saying? Talking to us and everything like that. And then he's talking and it's like, what's your GPA? I was like, right now it's like a 3.5. He's like, oh, that's good. How them SATs? Run it down. He's like, yeah, you and your mom need to come to Beechwood Library tonight. I can get you money to go to school. I was like, what? I was like, because Ohio State wasn't offering shit, because why would Ohio State offer anything?
Right.
They want that bread. Offered a little bit of money from Akron, a little bit of something from UC, but go to this situation. Mom's is there with me. He's running down, breaking down the numbers, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, damn, that sound good. Sound real good. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're doing better, but shit, you know what I'm saying? Paying for a large portion of the college would be great. So I was like, wait, y'all in Dayton, right? He's like, yeah. It's like, so y'all close to Central State, right? He's like, yeah.
Which is where your brother went to.
Yeah. So I immediately got back to the house, because this is pre-cell phone. Called my brother. I was like, what you know about Wright State? He's like, they got some hoes.
Hey. Let's talk about it.
I was like, you're on speakerphone, by the way. My mom's is right here. It's like, oh, my bad. He's like, oh, yeah, you can fuck with that. So go down there on a visit. Obviously, everybody knows in this area, like, Wright State's a tad bit smaller than Central State. I felt very comfortable. The money situation, what they were giving me to go to school. And then, you know, if quote unquote something ever happened, my brother's boys is right around the way at Central State.
So it's like a minute.
So I had a sense of like, okay, I could do this. This is only 3
you ain't
and a
just
half.
by yourself.
Yeah, I'm not by myself.
Like, or in that sense of a distance of like, if something go down, you call the bros.
Yeah. And my first probably at my first quarter at Wright State, I spent more time at Central hanging out with my brother's peoples than I did at Wright State because my brother had graduated by that time. So, you know what I'm saying, his boys that was still there, like they would always, hey, man, come on out, hang out, whatever. But, you know, I'm 18 years old. These dudes is 23 years old. Like, I'm little bro, for real.
Yeah, they already lived out a portion of their life. Like you said, like they was already doing stuff, but you was more conservative in a sense.
Yeah. So it was really that move to like, all right, I can do this. And, you know, came down in September of 97.
Let's go. Came down 97. What was the major?
The major off the top was business administration.
Okay. Then it switched at some point, but why was it business administration at first?
Because I want to be like my brother.
Okay.
That's what he made.
That's the one that retired from Enterprise.
Right. Well, that's what he did. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Like I was just following his footsteps and everything like that until, you know, you get that good old letter about academic probation. Oh yeah, the money that we was giving you, you're not meeting your end of the bargain.
I was gonna ask you that because so you didn't get a scholarship, but you basically had got
a whole bunch of grant money.
Okay.
But then you had lots of grant money.
And it was like, I can be comfortable down here and grow around the way.
Paying for it, I go any fucking where.
But then, you, like you said, you had to hold up your end. But then certain shit start happening. And then, what did that transcend you to do, or what was the shift from that?
Man, just big kicking it. You know, not having that parental guidance. Just, you know, you go away to college, you don't have teachers. Hey, you got that homework. Hey, you got
they honestly don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they tenured. Hey man, I'm gonna get paid regardless.
Yeah,
my career isn't based off of how well you do, like it is in high school and everything like that. It's really all on you. So I didn't have that. I didn't have, you know, my mom's like making sure I did X, Y, and Z. It was just like a sense of freedom that I never kind of like took advantage of or really wanted to until, like, you know, let's be real, man. You a person that is, I won't, not sheltered at all, but a person that was timid, but finally coming out of your shell, and then you get unleashed. Like, wait, girls live right next door. Oh, it's a party tonight. It's another party tonight. Yeah, it's another party tonight.
And the college life is just like, that shit is like, if you a real college person, you gotta prioritize that shit.
Yes.
Like, you gotta prioritize like parties and kicking it, and that's when niggas is drinking jungle juice. And
yes,
so,
big kicking it.
Yeah,
kicking it.
Yeah, so but you got introduced to it like, oh shit, like I'm still in college, but it's life happening around me. You gotta indulge.
Yeah, got to.
Yeah.
And when you that age and you just don't know no better, and then you say, I'll study tomorrow. Oh, y'all hooping? I'm gonna go hoop. Y'all doing this?
That
I'm
shit
gonna do that.
catch up.
Oh shit, we got a test tomorrow. I'm gonna cram. And then you do a all night cramming session, and you do just as bad as if you just went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So it got to that point for me. It was like, well, shit. What's the point of cramming when I'm gonna still flunk the test anyway? So it just got so bad that my grades just got so trash that they sent me that letter. Like, nigga, you got one more quarter to get your shit together, or
So how did that go? How did that work out?
Oh, so I was working at the station, campus radio station, WWSU, because one day I'm just roaming the hallways at Wright State, and some dude roll up on me. He's like, "Hey, you little Kev, right?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "You from Cleveland, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Come in here." I'm like, "All right."
But you already had a reputation?
Just from like, at that time, it wasn't a whole bunch of Cleveland folks down there.
Okay,
so like,
okay. So you like in a sense.
Like you wear a Indians hat, motherfuckers know you from Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
So like,
because they niggas wear Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah. Like niggas got garb that they wear that motherfuckers know. And just playing pickup basketball at the Union and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I go in there. And it's like, "What's up?" I'm Mark Nice. I'm like, "What's good, man?" It's like, "Yo, we need some people to help out at the radio station. You want to be down? I was like, all right, cool. So start working at the campus radio station. And I have a meeting with my instructor about, you know what I'm saying, the boot.
The letter.
Yeah. He was like, well, you got one or two options. You can really buckle down, or you can change your majors, kind of like get a clean slate. Because this business thing is probably not going to work out for you.
Mm-hmm. So how long would you in on that though?
2 years.
Okay.
2 years. So changed it to mass communications. Went home that summer and just completely worked. Stacked my money. Came back to school. Shouts out to my brother RDP Reg. Me and him was super tight, and like we both like buckled down and started getting on these books. Mm-hmm. And then I eventually rose my GPA up to a 3.0 by the time I graduated, after having, I don't know if my mom's gonna watch this. I won't even say.
if you know, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But he made it out. Made it out. Man,
scot-free.
So even with the radio station, which transcends into now. So what did they have you doing on there, and what made you infatuated with still like going towards that, like just being on broadcasting and radio?
Man, at first, just organizing the reels, cutting spots.
Hold on, reels before. Wait, we talking,
nigga.
We talking,
nigga.
Not Instagram reels.
No.
We talking,
the real.
We talking, nigga. You gotta have your back ready to, get them reels in.
Doing that type of shit, organizing the CDs, organizing the records, yada yada yada, until I was able to get my own show. Shouts out to my boy Nate Perry. Me and him had our show together.
On Right State.
On Right State.
Because they got their own radio station.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So the Monday nights, 8 o'clock, 8 to 10, we was out there jumping. You know what I'm saying? And then started DJing the bowling parties at Right State. Just getting shown a lot of love and like, oh man, this shit is cool. And then it wasn't like till I had that meeting with my organizer, my professor, about, hey man, you can make a career of this. It's like, if you really like it, there's jobs out there. And like, it just really never crossed my mind. It's like, he's like, man, you doing all this at the radio station, you're not getting any credit for it. You really just hanging out. You're not getting anything out of it.
So you wasn't actually doing anything on the radio voice wise. You was just doing all the back end intern shit in a sense.
Yeah. But the bad part about it, I wasn't getting any credit. It was just all just for fun.
What you getting? You wasn't getting paid?
No, it was just for fun.
Shit. All right.
Just for fun and something I could put on my resume. Yeah, I did this or whatever. It's extracurricular activity type of shit.
Yeah. What? But during school though.
Yeah. Until I switched to the major, and then like all the things that I would do at the radio station, I got credit for it.
Okay. Man, so I guess, did you become like? Obviously, you did get on the voice of the radio at Wright State.
Yeah.
So how long was you doing that compared to the transition to getting it? No, that's two different questions. How long did it take you to get on the microphone after you had switched over your major and stuff like that?
Oh, I was already on. Like by my second semester, I already had a show on WWSU.
So what was the show consisted of? Like what? Like,
man, we was just playing like, especially at this time at Wright State, like it was a mishmash of genres of music. So we just really brought the hip hop shit. So, you know what I'm saying? We playing early Jay-Z, DMX, all that type of shit that, you know what I'm saying? The B-sides, not the shit that you hear on the radio.
The commercial
all the time.
shit, yeah.
Not the singles, but the B-sides and the shit that people want to party to. And then, you know what I'm saying? After us, my homeboy was on and he was doing the slow jam. So it was just like Monday nights was like the night to actually listen to the radio and shit like that.
But did they have other hosts and shit like that for different nights? Okay, so y'all just happened to just dinner create your own hip hop night.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Mondays was hip hop. Yeah. All day.
Obviously, the oddest day of the fucking week. But whatever. Niggas, we gonna take what we can get and turn this shit up.
Facts. Because nobody wanted to do no Friday because that's when they're kicking it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, we gonna turn Mondays up. Like, shit, fuck
hey,
it.
man, wait. I'm not doing no show on no Friday, nigga. I'm trying to go to the party too.
Yep. Man, so how did the transition to 102.9 hit? Well, first, how long did it take, and how did it happen?
Oh man, shouts out to my man
Or
Matlock. Yep.
I'm sorry, but was it the transition from Wright State to 102.9 or was it something else?
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
So shouts out to my man Matlock. He worked at WWSU. He's a little bit older than me and my crew that came in. And he was working at Hot 102.9. And he was like, yo, man, I can get you an internship, because at that time at Wright State, you needed an internship in order to graduate. He's like, yo, I can get you an internship at the radio station. I'm like, bet, let's do it. Do the internship. So I'm interning my last year at Wright State. And then boom, like, all right, man, internship over. A couple months go by, graduate, whatever. Hit him up on the random, like, hey, man, y'all hiring? Yeah, we hiring.
After the internship.
It's like, yeah, come on. Come with it. So that, street team, you out here putting up tents, banners, you know what I'm saying? You doing the grunt work. You coming in, being a gopher. You getting coffee for the sales team. You doing whatever you got to do. But at that time, also, I'm working at KB Toy Store at the Fairfield Mall.
That's out of KB Toys.
And I'm working at the library at Wright State. So I got 3 part-time jobs after graduating from Wright State, while, you know what I'm saying, other homeboys is working full-time jobs at Sprint or wherever they could get on with. So I'm working 3 part-time jobs, you know what I'm saying, to feed myself.
Yeah. Damn. But still keeping the dedication towards, like, all right, you was interning, which was basically for fucking free in your resume.
Yeah.
To where, which I acknowledge that, like, you just had a hinge to be like, yo, like, are y'all hiring?
Yeah.
So getting hired on is what with the tent and all that.
Yeah. Street team, part-time.
Yeah.
Part-time. You work when we need you to work. You go take an event. You come in and organize some shit. You go on a sales call with a sales manager or whatever. Be his bitch, basically. just
shit.
The thing. Shouts out to Dr. Baxter at Wright State. I'm not sure if he's still teaching there, but one thing he said to the class is like, whatever you do, you get your foot in that door at a radio station, TV station, don't let them kick you out. Do whatever they fucking say to do. I've done the craziest shit. Back before WROU moved to our building.
92.1.
Yeah, back when it was downtown, when the company acquired them, we had to go down there and basically sleep in the building overnight to make sure people wasn't breaking in and stealing shit, or former employees wasn't coming back in or whatever. Like, I've done that type of shit. We did you talk about like all-nighters of studying, nigga. That's an all-nighter on a work shift.
Yeah.
So like,
nah, that's psyched out. Like, make sure nobody break in and come in and get back on bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody done something crazy to get to that next level though. That at the time, it just like, fuck it.
Yeah,
Like,
basically,
it's
just was like, my brother was like, man, do you like it? It's like, no, I love this shit. Like, this is fun. It's like, well, shit, go for it, because I hate my job. It's like, but you get paid. It's like, yeah, I'm getting paid, but I hate this shit. And, and that's basically the same thing my mom said when she became a nurse. She didn't do it because she liked to become a nurse. She did it because she had 2 boys to raise, and it's a good paying job. Yeah,
it was paying good, and you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, fuck, man. That's why I became the black sheep. I'm like, bro, I just can't do anything to even be rich. Like, I don't know, man. That shit, bro. That I'm trying to break that generational curse. It's just like, bro, I can't. Even ain't even no factory jobs and no shit like that. Like, it is, but it's not. But it's just like, nah, bro. I'd rather just go off the edge with it.
Yeah.
Figure this shit out. But so who was the first person that gave you the opportunity, or how did the opportunity even come to be like, now you got a show or segment on
show segment, same thing.
Well,
man,
on the actual 102.9.
It's so difficult to explain, man.
You snuck in, was like, hey,
nah, it really wasn't
this
even.
This nigga on break. I'm Kev Nash. Nah.
It wasn't even like that, man. The opportunity presented itself for me to be the promotions director at this station, because Matlock, he left for a TV gig in Nashville. So like, that opportunity opened up. I'm like, man, a full-time job? You mean like health benefits? You mean I don't have to work 3 part-time jobs to pay my rent and everything like that? My car about to explode. Like,
so everything that you was working triple hard for made sense in this one proposition.
yeah, I was like, well, you can continue to do all these 3 jobs and work towards being on the air, or you can do this job and like still work towards that, but this will be your focus, will be in promotions. And promotions, people hear promotions and they think like, oh man, street team and the radio station, and you go out and you have all this fun. There's so much shit behind the scenes, reports and proposals and sitting in on meetings and everything like that. And I think that really groomed me into, longevity, because I'm not just an on-air personality. I'm not just a person that can do production. I can do all the other things, the ins and outs as well, going on sales meetings, closing sales deals with them. So like it helped me be in this game a lot longer, because I've seen people come and go that were strictly on-air talents, because
you asset. Like
make yourself super valuable.
You more than just going, presenting songs and promoting stuff like that. Yeah. Nah, that makes total sense. And the longevity that you got with it came from all the, it seems unnecessary at the time, but just the bullshit you had to go through, man. Like the intern shit, like I went through that as well, and I'm still learning too. What's the question I just had? Oh, my son right there. Shouts out to Capo. But not shit. Hold on, I'm losing my thought. Okay, so I guess what's the most difficult part about being turning into a personality, or turning into like, do you feel, not to make you sound cocky or nothing, but do you feel like a celebrity in a sense? Because what I remember I seen what's this dude name that was on News Center 7? I think he's still there, James Brown.
Yeah.
And I just was like, bro, I watch you on TV. Like, you know what I mean? So does that ever hit you in the sense of like people will be like, oh, you Kev Nash? Like,
it does to a certain extent, but for me, for instance, I know on their personalities that have to turn into whatever their moniker is. You know what I'm saying? For me,
true.
I pride myself on being myself all the time. So the person you talking to right now, same person you talked to when I came through the door, same person that y'all hear on the radio station on Hot 102.9, same motherfucker right now.
Minus a profanity.
yeah. Same person that you hear on You Can't Make This Up podcast, same person that you hear on 1410 Wing AM, Justin Kenner Show with Kev Nash, 3 to 6. Same person all the time. I'm the same person. I'm the same person when I go home to visit my mom and hang out with my boys in Cleveland. I'm the same person that when I go to Vegas to visit my brother. I'm the same person all the time. So for me, there's really no difficulty, because I'm not switching up who I am,
right?
Ever,
or selling out. It's just like, nah, this is what it is type. Yeah.
I mean, and you know what I'm saying? I understand why people like kind of did or had to do it. A lot of people grew up in an era of radio or media where like they had to hide like their relationships. Like you hear like this type of stuff all the time, like Jay-Z made it cool to be married and things like that, because you didn't know like if your favorite actor or actress was married or not in their real life or whatever. But for me, like, I just never felt like that. I felt like if I'm gonna talk to somebody, I'm gonna talk to somebody. Like Kev's gonna talk to somebody. It's not gonna be this made up person that is unbelievable or not who I truly am, because it's too much shit going on for me to be turning one thing on and turning something off.
All right, you gotta keep it transparent.
Yeah.
And I mean, as long as I done known you and just learning the game with it, it's just like, you are like who you are no matter what. Like conversations and shit like that. It's like, oh yeah, this nigga cool. Man, so when people, I'm sure you get the conversations of like people unhappy with the radio playing certain shit and shit like that.
Here we go. Let's go.
So it's like, man, how do you handle that shit when it's just like essentially it's out of your hands, where motherfuckers just started hearing 50 Cent 21 Questions in 2023? But how do you handle it? Because everybody think you're the person that just can, switch it up.
Right. So there's two parts to that. One, I kind of am that person. I am the assistant program director. I do have sway on songs that we pick and choose. And
you've been doing the local songs. I heard the drop today. It was like, make sure your shit clean.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
And mixed.
Mixed and mastered. And come to Moves Media to get all that shit done, by the way.
Let's go. Drop them in there. Moves Media, get your shit mixed and mastered. Go ahead, though.
But no, I learned, and I learned the hard way, you can't make everybody happy. You just can't. There's no possible way to make everybody happy. So if you want to hear a certain song and that person wants to hear a certain song, or this certain song is out, like, it just doesn't happen. And no matter how cool I think I am, or how cool you think you are, and how hip you are on music, most people aren't. So for instance, my Right State show that I have with my brother Nate, we playing all the B-side shit. We're gonna have a segment where we play the B-side shit that like DMX niggas then started something, like shit that you would never hear on the radio, like that grungy hardcore hip hop shit. And then we would have our segment where we play all the regular party songs and things like that,
the popular shit.
Yeah. So like kind of like get a balance. But the reality is, most people, the majority, don't give a fuck about the B-sides. They just don't. Most people want to hear songs that they've heard before.
That's gonna get them through their day.
Yes, 1,000,000%. And I know people are gonna, not me, not my people that. Listen, man. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. We get people that call that damn radio station asking for the same shit that I just played 15 minutes ago. Yeah, let me hear that Lotto and Cardi again. Let me hear that Meg Thee Stallion again.
Ja Rule put it on me.
Yes, they want to hear that shit over and over and over again. And we have studies, we got data, we have a system that I can pull up streaming. So we can look at, hey man, what's streaming on Apple heavily?
What's heavy? Obviously, it's gonna be a Lil Baby or Drake, 21 Savage, or I mean, like even we go back to the throwback artists, like I said, like Nelly's, and this is what I hear when I'm just happening to listen to the radio. I'm like, they still playing this? Like what? But it's essentially off of like what people actually request.
Yes, it's not like so.
Nobody's requesting a nigga down Germantown,
right? Exactly. No offense.
No offense at all.
So like it's different from like, all right, like the days of like looking at the Billboard chart are really dead.
Yeah.
We get so much data that we can go to a exact zip code in Dayton and say, oh man, the people in Fairborn really like blah 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 blah. Oh man, the people in Sydney really like this song. Oh, the people on West Dayton really want to hear this song because
Indiana.
This is what they are listening to on their own time.
Yeah.
Like if you have an Apple, you have Spotify, YouTube, we can look at all those numbers and say X amount of people are listening to this on their own free time.
And that's who y'all choose to cater to keep it going.
Yes. So if somebody is listening to something on their own free time, we will be fools not to play that song.
That's the best explanation, because everybody compares it to like, you know, even with me in Atlanta, you know, I hear they got like they play the local music, they do like they own like little verses type thing or whatever. But I don't know, like people just be trying to just kill the Dayton radio station and just be like, bro, like you gotta be hot. Like you gotta, you know what I mean? No pun intended, Hot 102.9, but
you know, the thing about it is the way I deal with some of that stuff and express myself to people, it's all in respect, and I don't try to degrade anybody or say, yo, shit ain't this, because it's not my job to tell you if it's hot or not. Half of the shit that we play on Hot 102.9, I don't listen to. You know what I'm saying? But we play it. It's up to the people. Yeah. It's up to the people. It's not necessarily up to me. So people that F Hot 102.9, F Kev Nash, F Ryan Drake, and everything like that, yada, 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 is what it is. You're not going to make everybody happy. But what I will say is we still here. You know what I'm saying? We still not only providing entertainment for the city, we are doing lots of community events for the city. And I would just ask anybody, like, did GM stick around? Did NCR stick around? No, they
Frisch's
left.
didn't even stick around. Look.
You know what I'm saying?
And 1029 giving out 2,000 a week. I need to get a part of that.
Yeah,
bro.
your last day to enter is tomorrow, by the way.
Oh shit!
Keep a lot for that.
This
keyword.
gonna be done. This gonna
Good
be
luck
out
to
before
you.
that. Yeah, but nah. And that's one thing I had to realize. Like this, showing homage to what our city do provide, and then I get these aspects from being out of town, but it's just like it's different. It's a different market. It's a different culture.
We are market size 65, bro.
Yeah.
Look, man, I am not hating, dude. I am not hating. I choose to live here. You know what I'm saying? I have opportunities to go to different places and had opportunities to take different jobs. I chose to stay here. Yeah. I like it here. I like my life that I built here. So I have nothing against the city. I love the city. This city gave me an opportunity. I respect so many people here in the city, but like the reality is we are market size 65.
Yeah.
The other reality is people try to compare Dayton, Ohio to Atlanta, Georgia.
I was one of them.
You listen to that radio station, you hear how many different on-air personalities are on that station. You listen to Hot 1029
or the stations down there.
Yeah.
Then they damn near playing all Atlanta music.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's totally different. That's what I have to realize. But then to acknowledge it, like I said, like I remember I think you was still doing that back in the G when I think we had a whole hour on Sunday to play our music.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, y'all wasn't checking to see if it was like edited or not. Like,
it's a tough job. Trust me.
Cause I'm like, hey bro, he definitely just said fuck shit, bitch, and like in the same like 16 bars. But it's always been dope opportunities presented to the city, and I as I got older, I just realized like, bro, y'all just not really understanding how different it is like from different cities. Everybody want to run to the A or run to New York if they still want to. I don't know, but So what's your I always got a 2-part question. I gotta split that up. But what's one of your just favorite moments of just being like in the profession that you do? Like,
so I got 2. One is when I met one of my favorite rappers, Pusha T. I met Pusha T.
The most controversial rapper ever.
Is he? Is he?
I don't know. He let me down with that Jim Jones diss. But then again, like I named my son after Jim Jones, so I was kind of like on the fence, like who am I going for? Because Jim Jones came back whack too.
Crush Jim Jones, nigga.
Okay, we'll talk about it
King Push, nigga.
Off camera.
So I got a chance not only to meet Pusha T, but Malice as well, and Fab all in the same night. That was super dope for me. Probably, but the number one that would get the most clicks and the most love would be I met Drake and interviewed Drake before he became
So Far Gone Drake. Damn.
Yeah. So Bogarts. Like, think about that. Like, he's doing
Bogarts
in Cincinnati.
Yeah, damn.
Yes, it's that. It's like a week or two before the album comes out. Label calls like, "Hey, Drake's gonna be at Bogarts. I can get you tickets." Yada yada yada. I'm like, "What night?" Thursday. I'm like, Thursday, nigga. even then, I was like a nigga that didn't like to do shit on the weekdays. But I'm like, fuck it. Like, I think this nigga gonna be the next nigga up. So
you hold on. So you already had a thought like, damn, bro, this nigga about to blow. Hold on. What era? What song was out during this? I'm curious now. I've been curious.
This is before the first album. Baby, you my everything.
Oh yeah. That was taking off. All right.
Yeah. So this is bubbling. This is about to go crazy. So I'm like, call wifey like, yo, we going to the Natty on Thursday. She's like, for what? I was like, Drake concert. She's like, oh, okay. Wait, where? I was like, at Bogart. She's like, oh shit. So she calling her girls or whatever to tell them to come because other shit that I can't talk about. But like, she calling her peoples to see if they gonna come, whatever. So we go down there, he does a dope show, whatever. Label dude hit me up like, yeah, come on the bus, man. Come grab this interview. So we're on the tour bus. Me, my wife, Drake, a whole bunch of Young Money niggas.
This story sounds crazy.
Whole bunch of young tenders. And Drake was looking at my wife. And she's like, she with you? I was like, yeah, she with me, bro. It's like, he gave me the good thumbs up. So we do the interview or whatever. We rocking out or whatever. He's like, you sure you leaving, bro? I was like, yeah, I'm leaving.
God. Hey, bro, just to maybe that's how people look at me with, shouts out to my blessings, whatever. But just to hear that you was like on the tour bus with like, it was me, my wife, and Drake. It's just like, God damn, that was like a pivotal moment. Like,
yeah. I still got that interview somewhere.
In all due respect, Drake was eyeballing your wife. Like, hey, cuz, you gonna have to keep them lyrics over there.
He was. But the other shit, it was like all the chicks sitting literally on the curb waiting to be chose. So I was like, good luck.
Gee, man, first-hand experience, man. Hey, y'all got well, no, it's different now with the groupies. I might still be the same. I don't know, man. But man, yeah, bro. I think we covered it, bro. I appreciate you so much.
No doubt.
Doing this. Shouts out that We Can't Make This Up podcast.
Yeah.
Still, I think y'all damn near, how many episodes up right now?
That's his
351? Yeah. I'm at like 212. So
shit. That's dope.
Bro, yeah, my 100 episode, I ain't put it out yet, but yeah, I was just like, damn, 100 episodes. Like, interviewed a lot of motherfuckers.
That's dope,
but,
man.
Because I interview people. Y'all have a collective thing, or y'all had me on one of y'all joints at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is like something that I'm proud of, man. And
should be, man. Like, it take a lot of work, man. A lot of work and dedication to continue to do a podcast. And I mean, not only the pod, man. You got the video element as well. You know what I'm saying? That's dope.
Yeah, and I got my son over here.
Ready to go.
Yes. But man, Kev, bro, thank you, bro. We're gonna be doing more work in the future. And man, bro, I just continue to, hear your voice and goddamn it, keep growing with this shit.
For sure, man. That's the goal, man. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Dreamers Welcome Podcast. Y'all keep dreaming. We out.
Dreamers Welcome Podcast.